Okay, we are going to start with our revision class now. Now, as I said, today is a revision class, so you are the ones who are supposed to ask me questions, and the reference point can be a past paper or a content in the or any content in our study guide. But you must be able to, if it's a past paper, you should be able to quote the year, the kind of paper, and the kind of test. And if it is a chapter, you must be able to code the chapter. Today we are doing unit chapter unit 1 to unit 4. So you must be able to code the unit and the page number of what you want explanation on. So can I have the first question? Can I have the first question, please? Can you hear me, please? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, please? Hello? Yeah, can you hear me? Hello? So your silence means maybe you don't have any questions. So that means that I must rather ask the questions. So okay, then as I said, we are going to start with we are today we are focusing on unit 1 to unit 4. So my first question is going to be this. A minute. I'm going to put this on the screen. A minute. I want to put a minute, please. M80. Please, can we see the questions? Can we see the questions, please? Hello?
Can you please zoom it a little bit? It's appearing, yes.
It's appearing, okay. But
Yes.
it's not big enough.
Yes, it's not clear, but it's appearing. I don't know if you can zoom it a little bit.
Okay, a minute, let me see. Okay, I'm coming, please. Let me see how I can zoom this.
No, it's yeah, it's okay.
It's clear now.
Yeah, I think the zooming is up there. You as an individual, you need to check for zooming option there.
Okay, can you tell everybody where you can find it? Okay,
There's this,
it's on the right hand side.
yeah, on the
You can
right hand
see the right hand
there.
side. It's on the
Yeah,
left hand
left hand side, yeah,
corner.
left hand.
Can you
Yeah,
all see that? Okay, so we are going to go through this paper. We are going to go through this paper. Please, can everybody see the can everybody see clearly the paper? Please, can you answer me? Can everybody see clearly the paper?
Yeah, but me, I can see clearly here. I don't know about the others.
Yes. Okay, thank you. The others, can you see clearly? Or simple, who cannot see the paper clearly? Please, who cannot see the paper clearly?
It's clear, sir.
It's clear. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so let's go to question 1. It says that a color photograph taken with a digital camera is converted into a digital format using 4 times 10 to the power 0 bytes per pixel. The photograph was taken with the camera, each having 2,2 times 10 to the raised to the power 6 pixels. Now the first question is, how many bytes are there in one photo? What's going to be the answer? And write out your answer. Write your answer as a number. So who can tell us the answer? Hello.
We're still going through the question very well.
Okay, thank you very much.
We're not going to multiply those two, the bytes and the pixels first.
Can you come again?
Are we not first multiply the format using bytes? Because it says using 4 multiplied by 10 power what? Is it 6 or something? Let me check here.
It's 0.
Power 0 is which means it's 4.
Yes.
Yes, 4 bytes per pixel. And we are told that
Yeah.
each photograph, we are told that photographs taken with the camera each have, it has 2,2 multiplied by 10 raised to 6 pixels. I'm not going to say that multiplied by the pixels first.
Yes. Good. So in that case, you multiply the bytes by the pixels to get the number of bytes in the photo. Can we all see that? Can we all see that? Okay, so what's going to be the answer?
Then we write it in what? Scientific, is it, it says what? Write it in, or as a
Once you say
number.
write it in normal form, that means that you write it as a normal number. Is that clear? Then the
Yes.
second one says that write it in scientific notation. So you move the comma in such a way that the number it will be between 0 and between 1 and 10.
Yes. So if you
So
write
in
it
normal,
it
in
will
normal
be
form,
uh-huh.
what will be the
In
answer
normal
in normal
form,
form?
8,800,000.
Is 8,800,000 like this.
Yes.
Please, is everybody getting the same thing for 1.1?
Yes, sir.
How many are we? It looks like people are struggling to connect. Network.
Yes, sir.
Yes, but a lot of you are here. I can see them. So, how many of you are having a problem with the answer given? Please, I'm asking the question again. How many of you are having a problem with the answer? Okay, so the second one. We are supposed to write it in scientific notation. What would be the answer for that one?
We're going to move. We're going to move the comma to the left. To
We
be
are going to move it
one.
1, 2, 3,
Yes.
4, 5, 6. Can you see that?
Yes.
So it's going to be 8, comma, times 10 to the power 6.
Yes.
Is that clear for everybody? Please, is that clear for everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Then we are going to move on to our second question. It says that we have got number 2. It says that 1 over r equals 1 over r1 plus 1 over r2. Make r2 the surface of the equation. Can any of you do it for us to see? Make r2 the surface of the equation.
Let's try.
Okay. Have you found the answer? Let's see. Okay, somebody has given me the answer. Yeah, I think it's correct.
All right.
Okay, so um, we are going to see that we are making that 1 over r will be equals to 1 over r will be equals to 1 over r minus 1 over 1 over r1. We can make r we can make r and r1 LCM. R will cancel this, so we're going to have r1 minus r. Whether this one is equal to 1 over r2. Then r2 can be equals to r1 over r1 minus r2. We just find the reciprocal. R1 minus r. We just find the reciprocal. Please, any questions there? How we got this answer? Any questions, please? Any questions on this answer? Okay, the next one says that we should evaluate um, R2. So now we know that R2, we know that R2 is equals to um, R1. We know that R2 is equal to R1 R over R1 minus R2. So we just have to R1 minus R. So we just have to define R2. So who can tell us the answer for R2? Or can we all work out the answer for R2?
R2 is 6.
It's 6. Okay, are we all getting 6? Are you all getting 6? Okay, no, okay, good. Let's go to the third one. Now, the third one says that Sharia reads 480 long book at a constant rate. After reading 1.5, he has, yes, Adelo.
I think there's a problem with your mic. Hey, I can hardly hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now it's better.
Please draw my attention if there's a problem. It says Sharia is a 480 page long at a constant rate. So when you're talking about a constant rate, you have to know that they are talking about a straight line because that means that the gradient is constant. Can you see that? After reading for 1.5 hours, she had 402 pages left to read. Let PT know the number of pages to read after time t. Write the equation for p as a function of time t. Who can help us with that one? Who is going to help us with that one? It's an application of the straight line. Who can help us with that one? Or how are you going to handle that one? Yeah.
I think if we check for what's this coordinate. It says what? Okay, fine. It says there is what area or something reads a 180 page long book at a constant rate.
Okay.
So initially the pages she has to take they are 480, but she has not yet started.
Okay.
She has not yet started here, so it means it's 0 hours.
So it's 0 hours. So our first point is going to be 0 hours and 480 pages. That will be our
Yeah.
first point. Can you see that? Then after the second point is after 1.5 hours. After 1.5 hours, she had read for so after 1.5 hours, what will happen?
After 1.5 hours, she had
She has 402 pages left. I will see that.
yes. Those are the so we're going to subtract from the 480
It's going to start from the 480.
because clearly there the question says she had 402 pages left to read after
Okay,
after 1.5.
okay, good. So after 0 hours, I will say that after 0 hours or at 0 hours, eh? At 0 hours, she had 480 pages. Have you seen that?
Yes.
And after 1.5 hours, she had 402 pages left. So why will you subtract now?
I don't know, maybe I'm the one wrong. She has 402 pages left to read.
After 1.5 hours.
Yes, after 1.5 hours. Which means
Or at
from mhm,
okay, good. So at 0 hours, she had 480 pages left.
mhm,
After at 1.5 hours, she had 402 pages left.
mhm.
Uh-huh. So why are you going to subtract?
Um, because we are saying here, from my understanding, initially at 0 hours, these are the
Yes.
pages 480. But
Okay,
now
good.
she's reading now. She's reading. She reaches 1.5 hours. So
Good.
when she's reading 1.5 hours, she now
Mhm.
has 402 more pages to go.
Good. So what
So that's my
that
understanding.
comes
Then
at
to
0 hours.
get, to
Ah,
get the number of
okay.
to get the number of pages which she read for 1.5 hours, we need
Okay.
to
Okay.
subtract.
Let me ask. Okay. Here P denotes Y, ne, and T denotes X. Okay. But let us use Y and X. So what does Y represent? Read the question again and tell me what Y represents.
You are saying which one will represent our X and Y?
No, that one is clear. That the first one is the second one is Y. What I'm trying to
Okay.
say is that what does Y denote in the problem? If you read the question, what does PT, which is Y, P, which is Y, denotes in the problem?
Okay, now since the number of pages you have to read, it
Good.
depends on time.
Good.
Yes, it depends on time.
Uh-huh.
So now, meaning now the dependent one, I think it should be the number of pages.
When you say number of pages, you are not clear. Number of pages read or number of pages left?
The number of pages left.
Okay, good. So now you are saying that our points we have to subtract. And I'm asking you, why do you think we must subtract? Because why do you know the number of pages left?
Um, it's a tricky question, eh?
No, it's not tricky. Look, at 0 hours, he has got 480 pages left to read. Exactly.
Yes.
At 1.5 hours, she has got 402 pages left to read.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. And why did know the number of pages left?
Oh, now okay, fine. Now it's becoming clearer now because we are talking of pages left to go.
Exactly.
The
Number
number
of
of
pages
pages.
left.
Yes, yes.
Can we see that? So can we get me the equation? Can you get me the equation now? We have to find the gradient and we use y minus y1 equals to x minus x1. So can one of you get me the equations now? Equation now. What will be our equation? I think it will be y. If I'm correct, I'll get y. Oh, sorry. P of t. So P of t. Let me write it down. So you can see it properly. P of t will be equal to. I hope I'm getting it correctly. 52t plus 480. Am I correct?
Uh,
52
can
is
you say what? Why?
equals to minus 52t plus 480.
Minus 52x plus 480.
Please, you see, this is an objective test, exactly. So, if they have, the question have told you that get PT denotes the number of pages left and T denotes the time, and you go and choose Y and X, it will unfortunately be wrong. Exactly. You must use the notations as stated in the question. Exactly.
Yes.
Please, any questions again with the answers we have given? Please, are there any questions with the answers we have given?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So our next one is that we should draw the equation. And please, we don't have enough space to draw the equation, but obviously our equation must have an x-intercept and a y-intercept. And I know that it's going to be a decreasing function like this. I know that my y-intercept will be 480. 480. And my x-intercept is going to be let me see, a minute. It's going to be 9,23 or something. My x-intercept will be 9,23. Then I sketch my graph. That's all that you need. Now the next one says that determine the pages read after 3,5 hours. Who can help us? Determine the pages read after 3,5 hours. Bearing in mind that our function P of t, bearing in mind that our function P of t, P of t is equals to minus 52 t plus 480. So please, can somebody tell me the number of pages read after 3,5 hours?
298 pages.
298 pages. Let's see. Minus um um Please, is that correct? She says it's 298 pages. Is that correct?
Let me quickly verify, but I think it's accurate.
Okay. Can one person confirm for me whether it's correct?
$298.
It's 298.
Yes.
And please, you have to know that unfortunately that answer cannot be correct. It's wrong. It's wrong. The answer
Let
is
me
182 pages.
check. The question. What's the question saying? It says what? Determine pages to read after
Oh,
3.5.
determine number of pages to read. Oh, sorry, it's correct. It's
Correct.
298. I'm very sorry. It's correct. It's 290. I thought it said read. 298 pages. It's correct.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm very sorry. 298 pages. Now, the next one says that when would there be no pages left to read? When would there be no pages left to read? It's the same as what? It's the same as what?
The question says, when will there be more pages left? It means it means the number of pages there must be what?
No,
Must be
what I'm trying to say
there.
is that um in this question, what are you going to find? Like, how are you going to find the answer? How are you going to find that answer? Yes. Excuse me. Somebody's hand is up. Go ahead, see, your hand is up.
I think we're going to look for time.
So we are going to look for the x-intercept. Can you see that?
Yes. Yes.
Have you seen that? In the question I did, they are simply asking for the x-intercept. Time where there is no pages to read, your y is supposed to be 0, or your p of t is supposed to be 0. Is that clear, Sabelo?
It's clear.
Okay, good. So please, we must know some of these small things, because that's how your exam is going to be. That's how your exam is going to be. So we are going to go to the next question. So I think you are going to have, I think, 9, something hours for that answer. I'm not too sure, but it will be 9, something hours. So we are going to go to our question 4. Question 4 says that the graph shows the amount of cheese that's left. The graph shows how the amount of cheese Jared has left is related to the number of sandwiches he makes. So the cheese remaining and number of sandwiches he makes. So that is our graph. So now let's look at our question. Now the question says this: how many pieces of cheese have Jared used? How many pieces of cheese have Jared used to make 60 sandwiches? Who will tell me that answer? Let me put the graph back there. How will you find that answer?
60 cheeses.
The question says what?
Okay, let's go to the question again. The question says that how many pieces of cheese have Jared used to make 60 sandwiches?
And the graph.
And here is the graph.
How many pieces of cheese? Okay, these are the pieces of cheese. Is it not? Hey, this graph. Is it not 60? Let me check.
Yes, it's going to be 60. Look at the graph. If she makes zero, if there are 0 sandwiches, he has got 60. If there are 0 cheese, 0 sandwiches, he has got 60 cheese left. If there are 10 sandwiches, he has
Yeah,
got
it's
50.
60.
So it's going to be 60. So now that he has got 60 sandwiches, he will have, that means that he has used up, what do you call it, 60 cheese. I will say that. So the answer is going
Yeah,
to be 60. Can we all see? Any questions there, please?
yeah, it's 60 because as you can see, the graph is decreasing. The number of
Exactly.
cheese are decreasing as more sandwiches are being
Are being
there.
made. Good. 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 Please, any questions there? Again, with anybody? Okay, how many sandwiches can Jared make at most and still have 40 pieces of cheese left?
Still have 40 pieces of cheese left. She can make 20 sandwiches.
She can make how many?
I see 20.
She can make 20 sandwiches. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Can we all see that? Okay, let's go to the third one. The third one says this. The third one says this. How many pieces of cheese did Jared use to make 40 sandwiches? How many pieces of cheese did Jared use to make 40 sandwiches?
Make 40 sandwiches. She used 40.
She used 40 cheese. Can we see that? Can all of us see that?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. Now, the next one says this. Determine the rate of cheese pieces per sandwich. What are they asking here? What are they asking for?
The gradient.
Okay, the gradient. So determine the rate of cheese pieces per sandwich. What's going to be the answer?
Recognize, okay, it's the graph. The rate seems constant, yeah?
Yes, a straight line has always got a constant rate.
Yeah, it's very. Um, one cheese makes one sandwich. Is it not 60 over? Is it not 60 over 61? It's one. Let me check. Uh,
Yeah, I think
one
it's
cheese
one.
per one cheese per sandwich. The rate is one cheese per sandwich.
Okay. In order to make one sandwich, we need to use one cheese.
One
Can we see that?
cheese.
Good, good. Our next one is um David wants to make 80 sandwiches. How many pieces of cheese is he short of?
He's short of 20.
20. Can we all see that?
Yes.
Okay. Now find the equation for the 6 of cheese remaining as a function of the number of sandwiches. Who can just tell me the equation? Who can tell me the equation now?
Let me see first. Y x plus z 1. So 16. Is it not f of s equal to? Pardon?
I told you that, man. You must always use um, as
I cannot hear you.
uh-huh. Yeah, Camelo.
Yeah, bro. I cannot hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so it's going to be what?
It says, okay, find the equation for the pieces of cheese remaining C as a function of the number of sandwiches. I get y equal to negative x plus 60.
Good. Camelo, you see, I've told you that, man. Once they have said and E and S, your function must always be in terms of C and X and S. So
Yes.
can you give me the answer in terms of C and S?
So it will be f into s, isn't it so?
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. It's y, our y is c, yeah?
Yes. C.
C is equal to negative s plus 60.
Equals to negative S
Plus
plus
60.
60. Do we all agree to that? Do we all agree to that?
Negative C plus 60.
Please,
Can I
are
see
there
the
any?
graph again, sir?
You said? Okay, let's see the graph. Okay,
Yeah, I want to see a graph again.
that's the graph.
So our gradient is 1.
Our points are 0, 60, and we can use 60 and 0.
Yeah, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, I preferred using this line equation theorem, ne?
Which line equation
These
theory?
are the line equation which says y minus y1 equals to m close brackets x minus x1.
Yes, it's the same thing. But after you find your answer, you must leave it in terms of C and S. Because in an objective test, if the answers are the same, and one is in X, and the other one is in Y and X, and the other one is in C and S. If you choose the one in Y and X, it's going to be wrong. You understand me? So you can use this one to get your answer. But after you finish, you must follow the instructions in the question and convert it to C and S. Bear in mind that C is Y and S is X.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, good. So do you all agree with the answer? Do we all agree with the answer?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, good. Okay, then let's go to the next one. Our next one says this. Our next one says this. Okay, I think we have finished answering all the questions there. So we are going to go to our next question. Our next question says that write down an equation of a line passing through the point 1 and minus 2 and perpendicular to the line 3x minus 4y equals to minus 2. Who can give us the answer? Who can give us the answer? Who can give us the answer, please?
Still working it out.
Okay.
Sir?
Yes, please.
Yeah. But I got y equals to minus 1 over 3x minus 5 over 3.
You got y again equals to
Negative
minus
1 over 3.
1 over 3x. Continue.
Then minus 5 over 3.
Minus 5 over
Over
3.
3.
Okay, good. Are we all getting the same thing? Are we all getting the same?
I do not know. I'm not getting the same. I do not know. It looks like the picture is upside down. Something.
It looks like then what?
Looks like the video I'm sharing. I'm sharing a picture. I did the working. It looks like it's upside down. I don't know if you can see it clearly.
Yes, I'm trying to see. Let's see. You got minus 4 over 3x.
I got y equal to, is it 4 over 3x?
4 over 3x minus 17 over 3.
No, it's minus 10 over 3.
I think your video. Okay, now it's clear now. Okay, good. Now it's very clear now. Minus 4 over 3x minus 10 over 3. Okay, no.
It's minus
Let's
4 over
see.
3 plus 4x minus 10 over 3.
Okay, good. Okay, now let us all work it out and see where the problem is. Okay, it says that we must find a line. The question says that we must write down an equation for a line passing through the point minus m1 and minus 2 and perpendicular to the line 3x minus 4y minus 2. So we
So the
must
thing of,
first find the gradient.
hmm,
We must first find the gradient. Exactly. So 3x. So we have 3x minus 4y minus 4y equals to minus 2. Now, if I make y the subject, y is going to be equals to 3 over
I
4x.
made a mistake. Yes. Ish.
Can I go on?
Yes, you can go
3
on.
over, is that?
I made a mistake. I've seen my mistake. It's just, but I made a mistake here with the signs.
Okay, good. So 3 over 4x, 3 over 4x plus half. Have you seen that? Plus half. Then we are going to see that it's that the line is perpendicular. Is that clear? So once the line is perpendicular, the gradient of one of the line is equal to the negative reciprocal of the other. Have you seen that? So our gradient here is going to be equals to minus 4. Have you seen that? Over 3x. You see that? So it says that the equation is passing through the point 1 and minus 2. We are going to have y minus 2 equals to minus 4 over 3 minus 4 over 3 x minus 1. Then we simplify. So what's going to be our answer when we simplify? There's no space to write the whole answer. So can somebody tell me the answer? What's going to be the answer? What is going to be the answer? Yes, can somebody work out the answer for me? Hello?
Oh, say?
Yes, what is going to be the answer?
Yeah, mine with my first answer which I got, yeah, I saw my problem there.
You saw the problem.
There is,
Okay, thank you.
yeah, so then I changed it to minus 4 over 3. Then when you said we
Excellent.
must simplify, I got minus 4 over 3x minus 2
Minus
over
4
3
over 3x. Okay,
minus
minus
2 over
2.
3.
Minus 2 over 3. Okay, thank you very much. Please, any questions there?
No question.
Okay. Okay. So if there are no questions, we are going to go on to the next one. We are going to go on to the next one. Our next one, we have equations to simplify. We have equations to simplify. The first is simplify without a calculator. Leave answers in possible exponent form. If necessary, show all calculations. So please, the first one, this minus 2 here, we have to see that it affects every single thing there. So first of all, let us change this minus 2 to positive. How do we change this to positive? We are going to find a reciprocal. So it's going to be like something like this. 3 it's going to be something like this. 3x3 y2 z7 all over minus 2 y3 x2 z0 all z0 all raised to the power 2. Then this 2 affects every single thing here separately. So we are going to have 3 2 x 3 times 2, we are going to get 6. Then y 2 times 2, we are going to get 4. Then z 7 times 2, we are going to get 40. All over minus 2. 8 exponent 1, so it will be 2. Y 2 times 3, we are going to get 6. Then x 2 times 2, we are going to get 4. Then 0. 0 times 2, we are going to get 0, which is the same as 1. Please, can somebody simplify this for me? And let's see the answer. Can you simplify this for me? And let's see the answer we are going to get. By grouping the x to one side, y to one side, z to one side, and the number to one side. So, for instance, the 2, let us remember that it's in bracket. So 2 squared is going to be positive. So the first one, the numbers is going to be 9 over 4. Then using exponent, y4, y6. We are going to get y minus 2. Then x6, x4. We are going to get x2. Then z4, z0. It will remain z4. Please, any questions there? Please, any questions there? Please, any questions there? Please, can you answer me? Any questions?
No question.
Okay, thank you very much. So if there are no questions, then we are going to go on to the next one. Our next one is says that no calculator. So we have square root of 45, 9, which is 76. So how are you going to go about this? Who can tell us the best way to go about this? Because we are not supposed to use the calculator. So who can tell us the best way to go about this?
Sir,
Yes. Who can tell us
wouldn't
the
it be
best, because you are not supposed to use the calculator?
yeah, I mean, would it be correct if I was going to change 9 to square root of 3, then 20, yeah, then 36 to square root of 6?
No. You apply the this if there is a multiplication or division. When there is addition or subtraction, you cannot just
Yeah,
use the square root like that.
okay, noted.
Okay. So how are we going to go about this?
Not a common factor there. Common factor of 9.
You said?
Take a common factor of 9.
So what are you going to bring out?
I'll bring out 9. Bring out 9. If you bring out 9 there from the 45, you'll be left with 45 inside the bracket. We're going to factor out 9.
Okay, we factor out 9. So we are going to have 45 plus 3, 36 to be like this.
I cannot see where you
Can we factor out 9? Can we factor out 9 again?
No?
I said, can we factor out another 9?
From the 45. 9 goes to 45, isn't it so?
Yeah.
So it means
So we can factor out another 9 like this. So we are going to have, excuse me, a minute. So we can have a minute. The this thing doesn't want to respond. A minute, please. Mm, can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you.
This thing, the I don't know why this thing doesn't want to respond. I'm coming, please. A minute, please. Mm, a minute. This thing doesn't want to. I'm trying to reopen this thing. It's failing to respond. I'm coming. What's the problem here? Okay, please, I'm coming. Let me just use a minute. Please give me just 1 minute. It seems my Chrome is not working properly. I just want to exit and we continue. A minute, a minute, a minute. I don't know why this thing's not responding. Can you hear me? Hello? You can hear me now?
Yes. Yes,
Okay,
we can
good.
hear you.
Let's continue.
Yes.
My this thing went out. Okay, good. So we were on question 6.2. So once it says without using the calculator, that means that we cannot touch the calculator. So before I went offline, Sabelo said we can bring a first 9 out here like this. Then when we bring this 9 out, we are going to have 45 plus 336. Then we can bring a second 9 out. So I can have square root 9 times 9, 9 times 9, another 9 out. Then we can have 5 plus 3 times 3 times 4.
Yes.
Then we can have 81 square root 81 into brackets 3 times
17.
4 is 12 plus 17. Then once it's now multiplication, we can now group them. I can have square root of 81 and square root of 17. Square root of 81 is going to be 9. Then we have the 17 is not a square root, so we are going to have 17. But remember that we must not use the calculator. Have you seen that? Then we can simplify it that way. Please, any questions? Let me see what's available you are putting there. Oh, okay. You also did the right thing. That is, yeah, that one too is not bad. It's correct. Correct. Okay. Please, any questions? Please, any questions there? Okay. Then let's go to the next one. Our next one, we have um okay, the second one is in today we are doing what do you call it? Unit 1 to 4. But all the things we can look at 6.3. We can look at 6.3. So with 6.3, we know it's going to be we can see that the half is affecting both log 7r minus 2 and log 2r. Therefore, that we are going to have um, half log half log 7 r minus 2. Oh, let me write it properly. We are going to have half log 7 half log 7 r minus 2 minus half log 7r. Then it can now turn to log 7r r minus 2 half minus log 7 r half. Then we have log, it will now come to log 7 r minus 2 all half over r half. So there are so many ways you can do it. You can also write it log 7 r minus 2 over r all exponent half. Which can also be the same as log 7 square root of r minus 2 over r. Please, any question? Please, any questions there? Okay, so we can go on. In the absence of no questions, we can go on. Now we are going to go to the next. Yes, Abelo.
Mike said, "Ish, we can hardly hear you. I don't know what's the problem. There's a problem with your mic."
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
I'm asking, is there any questions with what we have done?
no question.
Okay, good. Then let's go on to the next one. Our next one says that we must solve the unknown. And please, with this question, I have to always told you that always find a factor that is going to pick out the denominator. So here we have 4, 4 over 5. X minus 5 equals to 1, no, sorry, minus 1 over 5 x minus 10 equals to 21. So we can, here the LCM is 5, so we can multiply the whole thing by 5. Then we are going to have 4 x minus 5. Then we are going to have minus 1 x minus 5. Sorry, x minus 10 equals to 21 times 5. You are going to get 105. Then how do we simplify it? We are going to have 4x minus 20 minus x plus 10 equals to 105. Then we can simplify it further. 4x minus x, we are going to have 3. Then equals to 105 plus 20 plus 20 minus 10. We are going to have 3x equals to 105 and x can be equals to 35. You don't have to complicate things for yourself. This is very simple. Please, any questions with the first one? Please, any questions with the first one? I'm repeating. Any questions with the first one, please? So we can go on. Can we go on?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, our second one. We are solving for the unknown. We have um, 3x minus 2. Right again. Let's go up. We have 3x minus 2x plus 1 equals to 2 over x. So again, we must find our LCM. We all agree, and our LCM, I'll multiply by x minus 1. Have you seen that? I'll multiply by x minus 1. So here, if I multiply by x minus 1, I'll be there to 3x minus 1 minus 2x equals to 2. Oh, sorry, it's x plus 1. Sorry. So here is plus. So LCM will be x plus 1 equals to 2x plus 1. Yeah, any questions up to this point? Any questions up to this point? Okay, then we can go on. Then we are going to have 3x plus 3 minus 2x equals to 2x plus 2. So if we group the x to the one side, we are going to have minus x equals to, we group numbers to the one side, we're going to have minus 1 and x equals to 1. Please, any questions to the second one? Please, any questions to the second one? Somebody must clarify. Any questions to the second one, please?
No question.
No questions. So please don't complicate things for yourself. Always look for the LCM, multiply to cancel the dam. Then you have it in the form of only a numerator. Okay, the third one is log. I said we are going to do unit 4 to it tomorrow, but still, let's do it. I noticed that most of you, some of you did not do very well in the 7, which is on logarithm. That means that you must concentrate on logarithms more. Now, the next one, we have log log 2x log 2x. No, let me write it. Let me get a bigger space. We have log log 2x minus 3 equals to log x equals to log 3 minus x. Please remember that I told you that if they don't show the base, that means that we are working in base 10. So 2 is the same as in base 10, it is the same as log 100. Do we all agree? Log 100. Please, any questions up to that stage, this stage? Then it will be the same as log 2x minus 3 equals to log 3 minus x. Please, and this goes together. Log 3 minus x over 100. Then we can take off the log. So we can get 2x minus 3 equals to 3x, 3 minus x, sorry, over 100. Please, let me just continue up there because of space. Let me continue up here. So I will cross multiply. Then I will have 200x minus 300 equals to 3 minus x. Then let us group x to one side. If I take x here, I'm going to get 201x equals to 303. So x will be equals to 303 over 201. Please, any questions with that one? Please, any questions there? Please, any questions there?
Question.
Okay, good. In the absence of no questions, we can go on. Now, the next one, we have this. And let me expand so that you can see. Well, we are supposed to solve for x. So we have square root of 16x, x is inclusive inside, equals to 1 over 2 x squared minus 1. So here we are going to apply the laws of indices, which means that we must ensure that the base is the same. So we know that 16, we can have square root. This is the same as 2 exponent 4x. The square root covers everything. Then here I can have 2 minus 1 all into bracket x squared minus 1. S minus 1 like this. S squared minus 1. Then square root. This one is the same as 2 4x. Square root is the same as divided by 2. Sorry. Then this one can be this because of the minus. This one can be the same as the minus will make this one 1 minus x squared. So in effect, the 2 can cancel the 2. Then we can have 2x equals to 1 minus x squared. Then we can simplify using the quadratic formula. That is, we can say x squared plus 2x minus 1 equals to 0. Then we can solve this using any method, the quadratic formula, anything that can help you get your answer. But this is the equation we are going to have. Please, any questions with this one? Please, any questions here? No questions. Can we go on? Okay, we can go on. Okay, so our next one is number 7,5. We have 2 exponent x equals to 3 plus root 15. So here we can see that there's no way we can simplify this one to 2. That means that we don't have any option than to use log. So x can be equals to log 3 plus root 5 log 3 plus root 15, sorry, all over log 2. Then we can punch on the calculator. Then we can punch on the calculator. Please, any questions here? Please, any questions here? Can we go on?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, our next one. We have absolute value of minus 3 plus 5x equals to 2. So when it's absolute, we all know that it can be plus or minus. So our first equation will be like this. Minus 3, sorry. Our first equation will be like this. Minus 3 plus 5x equals to 2. Then our second question will be like this. Minus 3 plus 5x equals to minus 2. So we are going to have these two equations. Now, if you solve for x here, you are going to have x equals to 1. Then, if you can solve for x here, you are going to have x equals to 1 over 5. Then you have your two answers. Please, any questions? Or we can go ahead. We can go ahead. Okay, let's go on. Now, our next one is number 8. Number 8 says that the sum of twice this one number is 10 more than the other. So let us say that the numbers are x and y. X and y. So it says that one of the numbers, let us say x, is 10 more than the other. So it will be y plus 10. That will be our first equation. Then it says, the second one says that the sum of twice the smaller number plus 3 times the larger number is 55. So sum is addition. So in this case, the smaller number is y, the bigger number is x. So the sum of twice the smaller number, that is, it will be 2y plus 3 times the larger number, 3x, is going to be equals to 55. So we are going to solve these two equations simultaneously. So we can make here equation 1, we can make here equation 2. So now wherever we see x, we can put y plus 10. So we can get 2y plus 3 y plus 10 equals to 55. Then we can get 2y plus 3y plus 30 equals to 55. Now we don't have much space, so let me just simplify here. Y will simply be equals to 5. And x will be 15. That's how we are going to solve this. Please, any questions here? Please, any questions here?
There's no question, sir.
Okay, good. So, our next one is say that solve these two equations simultaneously. So here too we can use any approach. We have 6x minus 2y equals to 15. And 4x plus 3y equals to minus 3. So we can make this one equation 1. Make this one equation 2. So our best approach here will be to make let us say equation 2, no, equation 1. Let us make x this x the subject. So from 1, we can say x is equals to 15 plus 2y divided by 6. Then when we sub into 2. Then we are going to get 4 15 plus y over 6. Sorry, over 6 plus 3y equals to minus 3. Then we can solve for y. Then when we finish, we can solve for x. It's very simple. We don't have much space, so please do this yourself. Try and do this yourself. Then let's look at the next one. Now the next one says that one on the second weekend of July, Eric hiked 10 less than twice the number of miles that he hiked the first weekend of July. In 2 weeks, he hiked a total of 38 miles. Create a linear system for the model to model this equation. Now, who can help us? Who can help us here? Who can help us here? Yes, who can help us here? One second weekend of July, Eric hiked 10 less than twice the number of miles that he hiked on the first weekend. In 2 weeks, he hiked a total of 38 miles. Create a linear system for the equation. How many miles did he hike on the first weekend? Yes, who can help us? Sabelu. Yes.
Network problem. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. I can hear you loud and clear.
Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear.
All right. I had a network problem. Let me try to raise the question.
Okay.
Please, 2 minutes. Let me check it.
Okay. As she's checking, can somebody also help us? As he's checking, can somebody help us? Also help us. Isabella, are you winning?
I'm still doing it. I think it's promising. I just want to try to make the equation.
Okay. So what will be the first system? Let us make
On the second week. Uh, the number of miles which he hiked. There are two.
yeah,
They said there are 10 less twice the number that which he hiked on the first week.
yeah.
The second week will be equal to 2 multiplied by first week minus 10.
So S second equals twice the first week minus. Do you all agree?
Yes.
Okay.
That should be the
Our second
equation.
equation will be what?
Sorry, I cannot hear you.
And our second system, our second equation will be what? What will be our second equation?
I cannot hear you.
I said, what will be our second equation?
Okay, fine. Remember, they are saying now in these 2 weeks he hiked a total of 32 miles.
Okay.
So it will be miles hiked on the first week and it's plus uh, plus the ones he hiked, which is it's S plus F equal to 38.
Good. S plus F equals to good. Then we solve these two equations simultaneously. Have you seen that? So that whatever answer we get for F will be the number of miles he hiked the first weekend. Please, is it clear to everybody?
It's very clear on my side.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Please, what about the others? Any questions? Okay, in the absence of no questions, we are going to answer our last question for the day, so that we have finished in page 4. So tomorrow we are going to start with page 5. Is that clear? So we are going to answer question 11 and we will close for the day. Yes, Munyai.
I was asking that in this question which we're dealing with right now, ne,
Yes, this
I
question.
can
Yeah.
assume I was able to collect only one equation. This first one which Sabelo mentioned, ne?
S
So
equals to
the
10 to the
second
minus
one,
10. Yes.
the second one I couldn't. So it means that if we're having a question like this, having two categories, we end up adding them,
No,
because
because
I
this.
don't understand where this S plus F
Okay.
come from.
Okay, good. You see that the second statement says that in 2 weeks he hiked a total of 38 miles. So in 2 weeks he hiked the first weekend, which is F. Then he hiked the second weekend, which is what? S. Have you seen that? So the number of hikes for the first weekend plus the number of hikes for the second weekend must give you 38 hikes. That's why we got S plus F equals 38.
Okay, now I got it.
You get it? Okay, thank you very much. Please, any questions again? Please, any questions again? Okay, then let's look at the next one. It says that the last one, question 11. It says that a ball is thrown upwards from the rooftop 80 meters above the ground. It will reach a maximum, it will reach a maximum vertical height and then fall back to the ground. The height of the ball from the ground at time t in seconds is h is given by minus 16t squared plus 64t plus 80. So let me just try and make a sketch. That means that the person who threw the ball is 80 meters. Is 80 meters here. Here is 80. Then the ball is here. The person is standing here. Then he threw the ball. The ball went up. Then it came down to here will be the ground. Here will be the ground. Here will be the ground. Now, our question here is let me go to the questions. Our first question is that what is the height? What height? What is the height reached by the ball after 1 second? Who can tell us the answer? After 1 second, what will be the height of the ball? Who can help us with the answer? Here is the question.
You have to substitute. You have to substitute 1 second there on the equation. And taking note that the graph already is being thrown from a certain height, which is at the top of a roof, 8 meters
Then
above the ground.
80 meters. So here is 80. Let me draw
Yes.
it here. And the person here. Then he threw the ball like this. Then, so here will be the ground. So, can we agree that that 80 have been already for, because look, when he is standing at 0, when the time is 0, the height is 80. Have you seen that?
Yes.
So when it is 1, it's going to be how much?
You get it accurately when you substitute there. Let me substitute.
Okay.
Mm,
128.
It will be 128 meters.
Yes, 128.
8 meters. Okay, good. Now, our second question is this. What is the maximum, what is the ball's maximum height? How are we going to find that?
It has to do with the vertex. You need the vertex.
So how are we going to do that?
We complete the square.
Good. You have to use the method of completing the square. So can you, somebody quickly, so okay, let's do it. So here, if I bring minus 16 out, h of t, if I bring minus 16 out, I'm going to have t squared minus, it will be minus what? A minute.
Minus 40.
Minus what?
40.
Minus 5. It will
Is
be
it 5?
minus 5t. Have you seen that?
Sir?
It will be minus 5t.
Sir?
Aha. Can you see that it will be minus
Like,
5t?
sir?
I said, can you see that it will be minus 5t?
No, I can't see it.
Oh no, it will be minus 4t. It will be 4t, sorry.
Oh,
Minus 4t minus how much? Minus 5. Is that correct? Am I correct?
yes, you are.
Okay, good. Then I will take this 4, the 4, then I will divide by 2. I will get 2. Then I will square it. So I will add to the equation, subtract from the equation. I'll get minus 16 out into bracket squared minus 4 plus 2 squared minus 2 squared minus 5. Then still minus 16 out. And I will take this 2. Here is minus. So I will get, please, there should be a mega bracket here. Then I will get t minus 2 all squared. Then minus 2 squared. So minus 4 minus 9 minus 5. I will get minus 9. Then don't forget that we brought 16 out. So we must re-multiply the 16. So I'll get minus 16 t minus 2 squared. T minus 2 all squared. Then minus 16 times 9. 9 times 16. I'll get plus 144. Please, any questions with the method of computing the squares? Okay. So that means that our maximum height will be 144 meters. Is that clear? Please, is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So now our next question is, how long did it take to the ball to reach the ground? How long did it take? Let us remember that our equation, h of t, is it h? Let me see. A minute. Our equation, which is, okay, h of t. H of t will be equals to, was minus 16 t minus 2 all squared plus 144. So now, how long did the ball take to reach the ground? Who can help us there?
It's uh for the graph to reach the ground, means the height, the displacement will be 0.
Okay, first let us make a sketch. The sketch was like this. The person was standing 80. You see that? And the person was standing here. Then he threw the ball. Then the ball came to the ground. Here was the ground. Good. So how are we going to find the time for the ball hit the ground? How are we going to do that?
What we equate the equation to 0.
Why to 0?
Why to you mean like are you posing a question or why am I using 0?
Yes, I want to understand why you are using 0.
Oh, because usually the maximum height in doing calculation is usually 0. So
No. Now we have been able to write the equation in the form of method of computing the squares. Is that clear? So we know that
yes,
it took 144 meters for the ball to reach the maximum height. Is that clear? And we know that it's it will take 2 seconds for the ball to get to the 144 meters. Have you seen? So
yes.
now from the where he was standing, how long will it take him for the ball to reach the ground? How are we going to who can help us?
Is it not that HST is supposed to be 0? Isn't it so? Then you solve for t.
Um on the ground, the height is going to be 0. Okay, you are correct. And the equation, let's see the equation. Yes, let her go.
Sir, I did my calculations and I got time as 5 seconds, but I'm not sure if it's correct.
You got minus.
I got 5 seconds as my answer.
You are going to get 2 answers, one positive, one negative. Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Okay, let me
good.
correct it.
Okay, good. So you use the positive. So please, you are correct. At the on the ground, the height will be 0. In that case, so it will be 0 equals to minus 16
16.
minus 16 t squared. 0 equals minus 16 t squared plus 64t plus 80. Then you solve for t. Then you are going to get positive 5 and let her go. What will be the second answer?
So this is what I did. Let me try and doing this.
So 0
Oh,
will be equals to.
I'm
Let
trying
me
to,
put
I'm
it.
not sure if you can see the answer. Let me do this
Let's
first.
see. Let me see. It's gone.
I'm trying to see.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, it doesn't want to, my camera doesn't want to work. But here's what I did, right? I got 2 answers like you said, but I used 5 seconds. It was
Yes,
positive 5 and
because you
negative
must
5.
emphasize that the answer is 5 because a time cannot be
Uh,
negative.
could never, yes, sir.
I will say that because time
Yes,
cannot be
sir.
negative. So you must always choose the 5.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so our last one. What is going to be the range and the domain? Let us remember that our when we made this the subject. Sorry, when we wrote the method of computing the squares, we got h of t. We got h of t to be equals to minus 16 t minus 2 all squared plus 1 4 1 4 4. So what will be our domain? If I can draw the graph, this person was standing here, which was 80 meters. Then he threw the ball from here. Then the ball came down to the ground. So from here to here is 1 4 4. So first of all, what will be our domain?
We'll use the equation which is closed in the bracket, like t minus 2 is greater than 0.
Domain.
Yeah, is it not for domain? T minus 2 is greater than 0.
This is a quadratic graph. So domain.
The domain. Talking of the domain here, it means we are talking of time, isn't it? So we are talking of
Yes.
yeah. So time lies between 0 and 5.
The time
According to the
lies
problem,
between, very good, 0
both
and 5.
included. Yes.
Because he started from 0. Have you seen that? And at 5 seconds, the ball hit the ground. Have you seen that? So t is the domain. So it's going to be from 0 to 5. Is that clear?
Yes.
0, yeah. 0 inclusive to 5 inclusive.
Yes.
Is that clear? And what will be our range? Please, is the domain clear?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, what about the range?
The range will come from, it will range between 0 and 144.
Good. 0 and 144. That's very good. 0 and 144. So you see that you must be very practical. Is that clear? You must be very practical in your answer. Is that clear? Very, very practical. 0 and 144. Please, any questions with the range? Okay. Then in the absence of no questions, please, I know we are all tired. Let's bring today's session to an end. So that means that tomorrow we are going to start from question 12. Is that fine with everybody?
Yes.
Okay. Then thank you very much for participating in the class. So I will see you tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Thank you so much. I'm going to convert this recording to a YouTube video, and I will send a link to the group so that if you want to rewatch it, you can watch it. And so that the others who were not able to connect will have a chance to watch it. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow the same time.
Okay.
Thank you.